So today we would see the concepts on priority queue, and also we would see the concepts of the double-ended queue. Okay, fine. So in the last class we have seen what are circular queue. We have seen the functionality of the circular queues, right? So as I said, for our IA we have kept this concepts. So we have left with the concept circular queue, priority queues, and double-ended queues. So today we would see what are priority queues and double-ended queues. So along with that, so we would recap what are circular queues. So yesterday, the few animation I have shown you to understand the concept of the circular queues, right? So as I said, the programming wise I had explained how the exactly the circular queue works. So if you could remember few of the major concept that was on the concept of a circular queue, you find it easy. So you could see what happens in the case of circular queue. Initially, this is for the person who have just today have seen the concept. See, we have a circular queue concept. Initially, we have front and rear equals to 0, pointing at the initial position. You have inserted one element. So when you insert the second element, what happens is the front and rear will move further. Okay, the front will fixed up, rear will move, right? Rear will move. Let all the people join the session. Let all the people join the session. So you could see here, you inserted the first element. When you inserted the first element, the rear will increment. Second element has been inserted, so rear will increment. Again, when you insert third element, fifth element, queue size is 5. When the queue size is 5, we say that the queue is full. The queue is full. All of you don't put the attendance, try to understand. So as I am going with the priority queue, before that try to understand the concept of a circular queue. Then we'll move to the priority queue and double-ended queue. That is the today's class. We'll try to end up the concepts of queue, and the next sessions will be on the concepts of double linked list and circular linked list, few of the concepts that are mandatory for our IA and or for your external point of view, right? In this case, now what happens, there are few cases. Rear equals to the rear equals to queue size minus 1. That is one case, as you know, as in the normal queue. And also you could see that, so rear equals to, what is that? Rear equals to front equals to rear plus 1. Is it or not? Front equals to rear plus 1. So if we increment 1 to the rear, the front will be the 1 additional. In that case also, the queue is full. The same thing has been shown you, right? Same thing has been shown you to you. In this case, the code, if you have not followed, why this front equals to rear plus 1, that is in the case of the function called insert, or function we have used a function called front equals to rear plus 1. In this case also, queue is full. One more case is front equals to 0 and rear equals to the 4 means the maximum size of the queue is 5. So in this case, we do initialize that. The queue is full. This is also one case. Similarly, when front equals to rear plus 1, front equals to rear plus 1, in that case also you have the same concept. Now the queue is full. Now what happens is, when you have to delete an element, when you call simple delete, what happens is front position is going to be first come first serve. So this is deleted, this is popped up, this is popped up, right? This is popped up, right? Now you could see the position of rear is exactly at 5 only. Position of the rear is 5 exact only. So still, if you want to insert the element, whether front, now you see whether front equals to rear plus 1. No, where is the front? Rear is this one. No, whether front is equals to rear plus 1. Previously front was here, it was position here when the queue was full, totally full with elements. Okay, front equals to rear plus 1. Now it is not that. Front is not equals to rear plus 1, hence front is indicating over here, the indicating is over here. So in that case, what happens is, you can insert the element, So as you can insert, when the new element is inserted, see, so rear is positioning here. See, when the new element is inserted, so what happens? Rear position is going to increment. No, rear will increment to here and it will position here. Again, new element. So this is the advantages of a circular queue over the linear queue. This is what I had explained. What are the advantages of the circular queue over the linear queue? Linear queue, because in the case of linear queue this possibility was not there, whereas in this case we have a possibility to fill up the queue, right? Now let me go to the concept. This yesterday I had explained, even the deletion functions I had explained. So let me explain the concept once again. See, I might take the extra sessions on queue if based on interest. Yesterday few people had messaged me that they had not still followed the concept. So today I may not go with this concept. Today I'll go with what is priority queue. Try to understand what are priority queues, how do we represent a priority queue. And one more thing, I have forwarded you one of the notes from our friend Girish. So even that notes is quite sufficient for an exam point of view. You could refer that notes. Maybe the notes is to an extent 90% it is a quite good notes as per the syllabus it has been set. You could refer, but before understanding you should have a basics of this, because you cannot by head this concept. Logically understand the concept and try to do it. Now what are priority queues? How does the priority queues works, right? So as I said, in the case of priority queue, an element with highest we do have one more element called priority. We'll see in the programming. That is, we will check the priority. If based on the priority the element will be processed before an element with a lower priority. The element with higher priority is processed, and before an element with the lower priority, if the element has the same priority, it would be processed based on first come first serve basis. Try to understand that. This is a already filled priority. This is a priority queue which has been filled. The first one, first priority, second, third, right? Fifth, sixth, fourth is missing. Fourth is missing. So here it has mentioned priority after inserting F with priority 4, it has been inserted before 3, before C. Let us analyze that. Before that, what is exactly the priority queue? Let us see with a one sort of animation. Okay, so we have a priority queue, right? Working of the priority queue. Try to understand this concept is theoretically important. I had asked you in the exam in the internal what are priority queue. So basically what happens is, in the case of priority queue, in the case of priority queue, what happens is so the role what is the basic rule of the priority queue? The rule is the lower the priority number, highest is the priority. That means rank number 1, rank number 2, rank number 3. So highest rank getter is with the less number. No, the rule is lower the priority, lower the priority number, lower the priority number, higher the priorities. So we are going to add the jobs to the queue and arrange them priority wise. Okay, so this type of applications of a priority queues could be used in the case of hospital industries and many more applications we have. If the priority of the two job is same, then arrange them order wise. That is based on the first come first serve basis. Okay, so let us see what exactly the priority queue does work, right? So this is the rule. As I said, the rule is the lower the priority, highest the number. So you add type 41, that is a name of an object. This is a priority 4. Remember, this is a priority. In this example, this is a priority, this is a priority, this is a priority. Try to understand. So element 1 is inserted with the priority 4. Front and rear would point to the type front type job and rear. So one more, so this is for the understanding. He had explained the various elements, type, swap, these are all the elements. In fact, what is being happening is 4 is the priority, 1 is the element. 4 is the priority, 1 is the element. Again, I'll stress. So add swap with 3 2 means the second job swap with priority 3, with priority 3 to the queue inserted. Okay, so in this case let us see what happens when you insert it, what happens internally. So as I said, lower the rank of the priority is the highest priority. Since 3 is having a more priority, 3 is having the more priority. After insertion, priority of the job is higher than the priority of the job type. Hence, what happens? 3 is priority wise, it is highest priority. Hence, will place job. So we will exchange. This is a concept exactly. Now you could see the priority 3 is priority the 4. Similarly, when you insert the next element with the name called add, so that is copy. Copy is the 3 is the element, priority is 5. Since the priority is 5, first it would insert directly and it will verify whether it is having the lowest priority than this, right? Now you could see it will verify with individual elements. No, nothing to be changed, nothing to be changed. Clear? Nothing to be changed. So again, you add one of the element called with priority 1. Now what happens? See, all of you, priority 1 has been added. When the priority 1 is being added, so what happens? Rear indicates, but what exactly this priority is compared to this is the highest priority. So it will exchange with the, see how it has been exchanged. Now is exchanged with the first element. So it will compare, it will swap one by one it will do, right? So this is the concept, that when you add this one, see again we added one more element, element 5 with the priority 3, with the priority 3. In this case, front would point to the swap. So it will compare with all. See, same priority is there, same priority there. 3.2 and 3.5 has the same priority, but since 3.2 was inserted first with based on the first come serve basis, we are not going to exchange it. So whereas compared to other elements, the priority 3 was a major compared to priority 5, it got swapped. Once again, see, from here I'll show you what is being happening. See, we do compare here. So it compared 3.2 with 3.5 having the same priority. The priority of the swap is lower than the priority, but the same as priority of swap with priority 3. Hence, compare them. You have to compare order wise, first come first order, which one has come first. 3.2 has come first, so nothing to change. Then again, as order 5, let us see next. So you compare this element, then you will place the priority with the other element. 3.3 clash with first come first serve is this, is it or not? Now it is about the removing. So how do you remove? Try to understand. From here we have seen how do we remove. Okay, so removing is nothing but simply remove the queue based on the priority. Based on the priority, you are going to delete in the priority queue. Again, when you delete it, priority 3 will be deleted. Okay, again priority, this third will be deleted. It is simply based on the concept of first come first serve. Based on, since the priority has been set up, you don't have any issues with the deletion. Whereas only in the case of insertion, you have to be careful, right? You have to be careful, right? Again, when you call delete, front would point to the this function and the process will be deleted as such. So the deletion is a very simple case, whereas in the case of insertion, you have to be careful. So let me now explain programming concept of programming on priority queue. Hope all of you understood the concept of circular queue, insertion and deletion, right? Of a circular queue. The main advantage of a circular queue over the linear queue is that you can insert the element though when the memory is empty, when the memory is clear. So programming wise, you have to identify whether front equals to rear is +1. In this case, the queue is full, circular queue is full. If front equals to -1, then we are adding an empty queue. You assign it and copy element to the copy element here, element to the queue of rear. This is a delete function, this is an insert function. So in the case if you are inserting in between, you simply increment the rear, or rear equals to 4, you set rear equal to 0. Is it or not? So this is a very simple function that could be asked in the IA or your internals, or in your, see, this is a simple function. Write a function to insert an element using circular queue. Write a function to insert an element in circular queue. So you have to write void insert int element. First case, when the queue is empty. So for this statement, if you could remember logically, it is easy. Then you have to insert for the first time. When you insert for the first time, front will be indicated to -1. So initialize front equal to 0, rear equal to 0, that is you have incremented. Then you copy the element to queue of rear. Then if rear equals to 4, that is considering the queue size equals to 5, if rear equals to 4, you increment the rear to the first position. It is on the case when we have a memory. This is in the case when we have few of the memory left in the circular queue. Clear? So this delete functions. So delete function is quite easy. When the queue is empty, it is only to delete, that is take a variable called I, you transfer queue of front, because always you delete from the front, no, copy queue of front to I and return queue of return I. So if there is only one element left out, how do you return it? This is for the one element. See, in this case there are three scenarios. One scenario is when there is nothing to return, that is when the queue is totally empty. This is the case. The second case is when you have only one element in the queue, that is front equals to rear. So this is the second case. And also the third case is when we have going to delete almost in between. This is if front equals to 4 and there are some memory left out. Front equals to 4, but maybe it is at the end. So at that time, how do you delete? How do you set? Front is pointing at the position called maximum. That time you have to reset. Since it is a circular queue, you have to reset the front to 0 and return I. So this is simple at the end before you close. Else what you have to do, you simply return I and go on incrementing the front +1. Right? Display function is quite easy. So use a concept of display function. How do you display function? So to display the elements of the queue, if front equals to -1, queue is empty, or else the various elements of the queue are, you assign one variable I equals to front, initialize, then you have to go on displaying the queue of I, that is until I not equals to rear. Even if using for loop also you can write until I is not equal to, what is I equals to front, no, front not equals to rear, display it, front not equals to rear, display it, and go on incrementing the I +1. Right, this is the way how do you display. Now let me come to the concept of priority queue, which is being needed for me to explain for your exam, IA and exam. Theoretically, they may ask you. Programming wise, I expect you may not be asked the program on priority queue. Basically, they may ask you the concepts of what happens in the priority queue. So, as I shown you the animation of a priority queue, the elements could be implemented using the concept of linked list. That is, we have two variables, element and priority. First element and priority, and we have a pointer to point to the next node. So hence we are implementing by using linked list. These priority queues are being implemented by using the concept of linked list, right? The same case you have here. Case 1 is for insertion by using a pointer. Case 2 is for deletion, the number to be deleted. Case 2 is 3 is the display. So let me, if you could see, if you are interested in the code, let me just go through the code. So in the case of insert, so you have to use a temporary variable temp. Why do we need a temporary variable? As you know, there could be a swapping of elements based on the priority. See, we have two variables element. Copy the value to the ptr of element and copy the priority, because you have to give in the program priority also. So let me see the output. See what is there in the output. First, enter the choice, enter the element to be inserted into the queue 10, enter the priority of 10. So immediately when you insert 10, it will ask you the priority. Priority is 3. So it is there in memory. Imagine 10 has got the priority 3. 10 has got the priority 3. So similarly insert 20. 20 has priority 2 in the program. Okay. 30. Insert 30. 30 has got the priority 1. See here what happens. So one priority, when you enter choice 1, that is to insert the priority 3, enter the priority of 10, it is 3, enter the choice 1, that is to enter the element to be inserted 20 with the priority 2, again selection option, enter a choice, it is again insert 30 with the priority 1. Now enter your choice, you need to display. When you display, how does the elements are shown? See how the elements are shown. Elements with the first priority is shown first. 30, no, this will be the priority one, hence it is shown first. This is shown second, this is shown third. Try to understand. With priority 1, with priority 2, this is for a display. While insertion, which one was inserted first? This one is inserted first. This one is inserted first. Then this one is inserted first. Third, this one is inserted. Though you inserted in that fashion, priority wise, you could be able to see the elements. Okay. Now you are going to remove an element from the queue. Enter your choice. Simply remove. When you insert 2, based on the first come first serve, 30 element removed from the queue. Why 30? Since first come first serve with first priority 30 would be deleted automatically and being left with the 2 elements. 30 element removed from the queue. Again insert an element, enter the choice 3. So displays 20 and 10 3. So this is a basic analysis of a priority queue. So you might be asked in the exam, explain the concept of a priority queue with the diagram. So you could refer the notes to represent this. So this, the representation is that this is a final representation. So automatically I have shown you the animation, how exactly it happens. So based on the priority, you're going to swap the elements, is it or not? So you're going to swap the elements, whereas in the case of programming, so let me go to the program here. How does the insertion functions could be explained? They called insert. See here, value will be copied to the ptr of element, priority will be copied. Now you will check the priority of the front. See whether the front equals to null and the priority of the ptr is less than the front of priority. Whether the priority of ptr is less than the front of priority, what action to be taken? You assign front of next equals to front and update the ptr. That is, simply you assign the first inserted element as the first priority. Else what you will do, you will swap. That is, you will copy front to the temp. You'll copy front to the temp. Let me erase this. then you perform the swap operation. See, you perform the swap operation. That is, how do you perform the swap operation? When do you perform the swap operation? That is, when temp of next not equals to null and temp of next priority is less than or equals to PTR of priority. It is just to show you as per the priority you need to swap. Temp of next of priority is less than equals to PTR of priority. So the program is quite complex compared to the other programs. So you see, how do you swap? You copy to the temp of next, you copy the temp of next to the PTR next, then you place the PTR to the temp of next. This is to just swap the priority and setup in the program. So maybe I feel you may not expect this program to write a program based on the priority queues, but theoretically you might be asked to write a program based on the priority queue. So ultimately, this much theory is not enough. You may refer these notes. This is a finalized priority after completion. Within this, for concept of animation, I have shown you this animation works as with respect to the what, your program. This program you might find difficult with this program. That's why I just don't want to go ahead. See, PTR of element, PTR is priority, checking if the newly elected needs to be inserted at the front. That is based on this concept. You simply go on inserting. If the priority mismatches, what you'll do, that is you perform swap over here. So next we have a concept of hope all of you have understood. So let me show those who have not understood still this, what is a priority queue. See here what is being happening. So you have to set up the priority, whether lower priority is the highest priority, right? So what is being happening is, see here, you go on inserting. This is the priority 1, priority 4 with the element 1. So that time front and rear is indicating. So type 1 consists of a number called 1. So again you insert priority 3. Since priority 3 is the highest priority, you will swap it. You will exchange this. See, first it will be inserted automatically. Now you will swap. See, you will compare. The priority 4 is greater than 3. So which one is highest priority? 3 is highest priority. Hence 3 is inserted at the first. Again, a new element is going to be inserted, that is 5 3 with the 5 priority. Since 5 is compared with 4 and 5 is compared with 3, since 5 is greater, so you need not any swap of the, right? We need not is the, you need not to swap it. Again you compare with this. Again, what happens, the next element what you inserted is this one. Here the priority is 1. All of you see, the priority is 1. When the priority is 1, you do compare with this. First you compare with 1 3. So hence you will exchange. See, 1 3 first itself you will compare, 1 4 it will compare, 1 5 it will compare. So this is having the highest priority, hence it will be inserted. It will compare with all the elements, it will insert it at the first. This is happening internally. Try to understand, this is happening internally. Again, when 3 5 with the same priority is being inserted, 3 priority with the same value is inserted, right? You do compare this with the first, so no need to exchange. Again 3 3 is compare, so no need to exchange as this has come first. Again this one and this one is compared. See, this one and this one is compared with element 2 and 5 are being compared. So what happens now, these elements are being with the same priority will set up over here. Now it is the deletion. Deletion is a very simple case. Very what happens is, in the case of deletion, based on the concept of first come first serve, so it goes on deleting with respect to the priority. And that is what it is happening in the, that is what it is happening in the delete part is quite easy, but I prefer you not to focus on the program on priority queue. So you better focus on the concept of circular queue. Circular queue, definitely they may ask you the concept of circular queue insertion, circular queue deletion. So definitely that could be a question. So that is important. One more concept that is being left out is double-ended queue. So double-ended queue, it is also a very simple concept. So double-ended queue and double linked list has been left out. So I'll cover up on Thursday and Friday's class. That will be a part of your internal, and I have prepared few of the questions for internal point of view collected from the previous question papers of various schemes. Comparing the tags, queues, and linked list. So I might forward today by evening. So all of you have to go through those questions, right, into the group. So, and all of you have to write the answers for the forwarded questions so that you find it easy. Right. So we left out in the stacks the concepts of double-ended queue. So double-ended queue, again, theoretically you need to remember, not programming wise. Priority queue, not programming. Circular queue, have to remember the program. Array implementation, linked implementation, you have studied. Stack we have completed completely. Whereas linked list, we have to go through this concept. We have left out with the circular linked list and this one. So this is also an important concept that we need to. So Friday and Saturday, we are going to go through these concepts, all of you. What are the things, what are the theoretical part of it? So important concepts with the exam point of view. For your IA, let me finalize the concepts from your syllabus, right, from your syllabus. So I have considered the concept of queues, and I have considered the concept of stacks, and I have considered the concept of linked list. Okay, so linked list, you will have a subpart, you have separate questions. Stack and queues I have merged. Stack one question, queues one questions. Okay, so you focus on the questions that I have given and try to solve it. So I request you to give the attendance in the chat session, and if you have any doubts, you could chat, all of you. I request you to suggest, or I request you to chat if any doubts that are not been followed with the materials or with the programming point of view. See, any questions or any doubts regarding IA, you could ask, please. Any doubts on regarding IA or a syllabus of IA, or any notes or the material? So I said the notes that have circulated from Girish, it is quite good to an extent to for writing an answer, but to understand logically, you need to go through the book. So which are all the units that have forwarded you, and if any units that are not been forwarded to you, so through attachment, just tell me that, or communicate in the group so that I'll forward it. And regarding the questions of a few of the important IA questions, so this time what I've done is I collected almost all the questions from the previous question papers, though that doesn't belongs to your syllabus. 15 CS 33, 17 CS 33. I've got on 7 to 8 question papers scanned. So though the syllabus purely doesn't match, but the concept on stacks, queues, and linked list are always the same. So maybe I'll forward that also by scanning the question papers, but to avoid the confusion, I have not forwarded, not to get panic with seeing the question papers. But same questions I have fetched it for the internals. Let me stop the session. Those who have not given the attendance can give the attendance and leave for the session.